Tuesday. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for a long period.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Now we see quarterback Drew Brees in his New Orleans offense set to go on attack here for the first time.
When you think of accuracy, you might as well think of Drew Brees because he owns 5 of the 6 best completion percentages in a single season in NFL history, and it feels like he's done them all in 5 of the last 6 seasons. Like Tom Brady, he thinks he can go until he's at least 45, loves playing the game, takes great care of his body, and despite missing 5 games with a thumb injury last year, showed his toughness and came back and threw 27 touchdown passes against just 4 interceptions.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
On second down, Kamara. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
Now Brees on 3rd down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. They'll be led out by their 35-year-old quarterback in his 13th season in the NFL, the former MVP Matt Ryan.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A gain of a yard.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 16 carries, 57 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Yards to go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Falcons send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
To Josh Hill.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
And 2.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Latavius Murray, the ball carrier. He's brought down by Deion Jones.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
He's brought down by Deion Jones.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Breeze pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It fights him off. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again.
And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety.
Result of the play.
Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at the 23. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Brees' throw going to be caught by Sanders. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Emmanuel Sanders now with the Saints, but he was a member of these 49ers last year for the second half of the season during their run to Super Bowl 54. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Brees. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Brees again here on 2nd and 10. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
Brees pass.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo. Usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Ryan looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Julio Jones. Incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair Fair catch called for and made, but they may back him up 10 here and have him do it again.
Holding, receiving team.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing now is Brees. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Why are we doing this?
That's on Teron Armstead, the left tackle. To throw on 2nd down is Hill. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. But now it'll be 3rd down. Incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Brees. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Freeman. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He'll drop this one down to Freeman. Freeman a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
44 yards.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Saints first down.
On play action, it's Breeze. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And this one is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Jamonte Casey on the coverage.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and
out of the gun. It's Ryan. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Richardson.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Murray. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. Looking sideline, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Breeze now. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he finds Cook. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
11 on the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Breeze again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's
it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
For the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Freeman. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's
due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ryan to the right side and complete to Hurst. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. To the right side and complete to Thomas. He's at the 30, the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
To Michael Thomas.
A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 67 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Touchdown. Latavius Murray. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
No!
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He gives to Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
On the carry.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is unbelievable.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Ryan going to get this complete to Hurst. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Operating from the gun, Ryan. That's going to be caught by Richardson.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Come on, now.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Kamara on the carry.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze now to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Check, check.
On play action. Now Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas.
Breeze
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Breeze now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Hill. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Marlon Davidson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, he stays up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. David Onyemata. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out of there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
Breeze.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. Going right side here, and that's complete. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Complete to Michael Thomas. A gain of 15. Brings up 2nd down.
That was 2nd down run for Murray.
4-yard line.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st down, Saints.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Kamara. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lutz's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
21. Saints 12.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And 8 at the 42-yard line.
To throw again on second down, Ryan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Ryan's pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's see what you got. 47 the mark, boy. 47.
Ryan will throw again. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
Ryan
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Ryan's pass.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down.
The pass on the fake.
The fake punt gets him 13 yards. A huge play on special teams. It's a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They run. It's Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
Conversion.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Conversion is successful.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. On the return, Deontay Harris. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Brees now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Brees pass.
It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
19 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
40-yard line.
Again, it's Brees. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll throw with Brees. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got another 1st down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Brees got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans.
Complete to Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it.
Recovered by the Falcons.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
On the tackle.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 36-yard line.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Harris to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. at their own 29-yard.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Breeze. Left side here to Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. Now Breeze on third down. And that is incomplete.
Breeze pass.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. This will be caught at about the 5. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. They have the catch-up. That's caught. It's Sanders for the Saints touchdown.
Complete to Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
26.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it.
The onside kick. Recovered.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they take a knee. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Atlanta, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit